I'm enjoying the cardinal who's visiting with us. But, you know, a lot of people today really want to feel closer to nature. They understand that something is missing that really only nature can give back to us, which is a sense of belonging, a sense of community with the planet that we live on. So when we look at wild plants as food or medicine, it really answers to that longing inside of us to reconnect with who we really are and who we are as part of nature. So right now, I'm standing with this beautiful Daucus carota wild carrot plant. And the wild carrot here is in different stages. All of her flower heads are in different stages, but if you could focus for a moment on the leaves, I think that people can recognize, if you're looking at this video, I think you can recognize how these look just like the carrot leaves on, if we get carrots at the market, you know, whether the farmer's market or the supermarket, how these look like the tops, because this, that come on our orange carrots, because this is actually the wild, undomesticated ancestor of our common food carrot. But let me talk for a moment about the medicinal properties of the Queen Anne's lace. Queen Anne's lace, or wild carrot, is the same plant. It's just another nickname. The little tiny red blossom that's right in the center of this umbel, that's what this shaped flower head is called, an umbel. That little red dot has various stories. Some people say, oh, Queen Anne was working on some lace and she pricked her finger and that's her drop of blood. But it's a good signature for this plant because it's very frequently found, though not always. It's very frequently found in the center of the flower head. So one of the things that this plant has been known for a very, very long time is its use as a helpful plant for the kidneys. So for kidney function, simple tea of wild carrot can help the kidneys to flush our systems more easily. It has also been used for kidney stones, to help with kidney stones. And when you come to the seeds of the carrot, now these seeds aren't fully formed yet, but they're forming. And also here you can see how this shape, how the umbel shape has changed so utterly, giving Queen Anne one of her other nicknames, which is bird's nest plant. Right? It looks like a little bird's nest. But these green seeds are going to turn very brown. And the seeds are what are often have been used also just as much for the kidney medicine as the flowers. And also they almost look like little stones. So I want to talk a little bit about the spirit of this plant. This plant is always changing shape. And there's a playfulness about this plant. So I often recommend carrot to people who need to have a little bit more of a sense of playfulness in their day-to-day way of being in the world. And that it's very interesting because a lot of people that I've had sit and meditate with this plant get that exact same message. Like I've heard it from people over and over and over again. Now, one of the things that I've helped carrot be known for very much is her use as a natural contraceptive plant. And I've written extensively about this online and also in my book, The Gift of Healing Herbs. And I'm going to be a little vague here because it's very important if somebody's using this plant as a contraceptive that they understand exactly how to use it and the rhythm on which to use it in order to use it successfully. But essentially we are using the plant for before, during, a woman would take it before, during, and after ovulation. And it helps to make the uterine lining, this is the best theory as to why it's working, is that it helps to make the uterine lining supportive of holding an egg in the womb. So for many women, this plant has been a real boon, a real blessing. women and their partners. I think there's a lot more to this plant than that as well. Matthew Wood talks about it, herbalist Matthew Wood talks about this plant as a primary pituitary plant medicine. And I think that would be likely the connection of where it would come in as helping. It's a plant that helps people also release excess weight. It works on that hormonal axis system, the endocrine system. So that's another common use of wild carrot. But what I really like to do is also simply put these flower heads in my salads. They're very delicious and they smell so sweet. So sweet. And you can harvest every part of the carrot, including the whole plant. It makes a lovely vinegar. It makes a lovely tea. And again, it's something that will help tone and strengthen kidney functioning. Has gifts as a natural contraceptive, assuming that you don't have any of the contraindications for using it that way. And here's Queen Anne, wild carrot, Daucus carota.